Jesus ends today's reading of the gospel by saying, "The Son of Man has been glorified, and God has been glorified in him." This is a little bit of a preview for tomorrow because we'll read these same words as part of that gospel reading. But reading it tonight gives us a little bit of context as to what's going on. Because before this, we see Jesus telling the disciples that one of them will betray him. And then we see him telling Judas to go do what he has to do. The betrayal is often seen as a key part of the Passion narrative. And so that's why Jesus is saying this, the glorification. What he's talking about is the beginning of the end for him, the full showing of the glory of God. And that seems kind of odd to us. It may seem kind of daunting. There may be a lot of feelings we feel about this, because it's strange that one of Jesus' own would betray him. And yet that speaks very much to our own human nature, to the nature of this world, to the nature of humanity, that even among Jesus' own, there's someone that betrays him. It's a reminder to us of the times that we have betrayed Jesus, that we have fallen short. Now, again, the betrayal is seen as a key part of the Passion narrative. And it's a reminder, again, of our own betrayal, of our own sin, of all the times that we as people have let God down, of all the times that God's own people, the people of Israel, have let God down. And for many of us, this moment would be one where we would say, you know what? Going through another betrayal? Don't think so. I'm done with that. I'm done with you guys. But God doesn't do that. Even though God knows, even though Jesus knows that this betrayal is going to happen, he comes to be with us anyways. He comes to die for us anyways. He comes to be with us, to bring us back to him. Even though many, many times before, and even now, God has been betrayed. Even though many, many times before, we have failed to let God in, to listen. We often don't talk about Judas. And part of that is because Judas is honestly a mirror for us. Maybe a mirror in the extreme, but it's a reminder to us of the times that we have failed. It's a reminder to us of the times that we have failed to be loyal to God. But there's also hope in this, because Jesus still comes. Jesus still dies for us, despite the betrayal of Judas, despite our faults, despite our betrayals of him. There's hope in that. And that hope helps lead us into Easter.